Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to go through one of our pre-owned inventory trade-in units. Behind me is a 2022 Highroof Live model. So we're first going to highlight the exterior of the van, and then we're going to do an interior walkthrough of the van and highlight all of the key features throughout this van. This van is an all-wheel drive with an Ecoboost engine. That, paired with the all-terrain tires and the Q-Lift on here, make it a great option for those of you that like to do more overlanding type activities. It allows you to hit dirt roads, sandy beaches, anything like that that you wouldn't normally be able to do in just a standard two-wheel drive vehicle. So off the back of the van here, we have the rear door ladder rack with the spare KO2 all-terrain tire. With this tire upgrade, the tire does not fit in the standard spot for the factory tires. So this is a great option for mounting that spare tire and keeping it on you in case you do get a flat tire. On top here, we do not have a roof rack, but we do have roof rails, which serve a similar function. There's solar power on the roof. There's right here, you can see there's an exterior light bar that helps illuminate the back of the van when you're working out the back here. So it's not necessarily the same thing as the full VanDOit roof rack, but we do have roof rails that have a lot of the same functionality on top of the roof there. So now that we've gone through the exterior of the van, let's take a look at the interior of the van. So this being our Live model, there are some standards that you're going to see in every single Live model. Right here we have the hydraulic bed lift that's part of that standard, and the gear slide, as well as the side cabinets. You're going to see that set up in every single Live model. It's the same, but you can customize some options within that package. On the driver's side box back here, we have the battery system. It's the power box that helps run all the lights that you see illuminated in the van, the outlets and everything like that. We have a Lithium power system, a master volt inverter that is going to allow you to run all those outlets. And there are outlets all throughout the van. So wherever you are, you're going to be close to an outlet. You can plug in your devices, your laptop, your phone, anything like that. You don't have to go to one specific area. They're scattered throughout the van. Right here on the side box are some switches for like the accent lighting, the cargo lighting, rear light bar, the water pump. And then right below here is actually the mechanism that raises and lowers the bed. It is a hydraulic bed, and this activates the pump to raise and lower that hydraulic bed system. Passenger side of the garage area back here, we have our water setup. So right here we have the hot water heater, and then this is a 6-gallon jerry can that is removable. You can fill it up with a city fill it up at home, anything like that, and you just pop it in here. If you want to carry extra water, you can store extra jerry cans on here to increase your water capabilities. This just really allows you to be flexible. You're not carrying a ton of water. It's easy to winterize. It's a very simple system. So this is a great option for those of you that don't need to carry just an absolute ton of water on you at all times. It keeps things flexible. And right here is our gear slide. It's 6 feet long, so it is actually a good option for those of you that need to expand your sleeping capabilities. You can throw a mattress on here. And it creates kind of a bunk bed setup. To utilize this as more of a storage area, there's a red knob here. You just pull it out, it releases, and there are a few locking points throughout the gear slide. So if you don't want to pull it all the way out, it will lock in place so you're not moving around. If you're on a slope, it keeps things secure. This whole thing is made out of this T-track like you see all throughout the van. So it's great for mounting bike mounts, eye hooks, anything like that that allow you to tie down your gear in your van so it's not moving around when you're driving, and it helps keep things secure and stable when you're moving and traveling, like you will be doing a ton if you decide to purchase this van. So this van is also equipped with these great bug walls. It's right here on the back of the van, and then also inside the slider door. And you can see they just zip up right down the middle here off the back. In the passenger side, they have a magnet so you can actually walk through it. It allows you to enter and exit the van with ease, but they set up super easily. You just release the buckles, you zip them down, and then when you want to roll them back up, they just roll back up and you buckle them like that. But it's a great option for the warmer days. You want to breathe some fresh air, but also be inside the van. It's a great option for enjoying those mild, you get a nice breeze throughout the van. You can turn the air vent on and actually help cycle the air flow through there. So it's just a great option for those of you that do want to be able to keep your doors open, sleep under the stars, and have that ability. So all Live models are built on passenger vans. That's why you see all the windows. You see seating in here. You have the ability to seat up to 8 people. So there's mounts in here. They're just the Ford factory seating, so the seat belts and everything are up to standard. We're not adding seats after the fact. These are all Ford factory safety rated seats. We still have the airbags intact, so all those safety features are still intact inside the van build. Right here we have a kitchen module setup. It has the sink top, the slide out bottom tray, and then 3 individual drawers that allow you to kind of maximize your storage capabilities. This will actually function greatly the way it's set up as a step up to the bed. You just utilize that like so. So that's a great option for you. These can also be moved around. They can be plug and played. You can switch these out with open cubbies or another slide base or a double wide slide base. We have a lot of great options for kitchen module setups. You can check them out on this link up here in the right hand corner of the video. I hope I'm pointing in the right direction for the camera, but check those out. You can talk to your guru about all of those options for customizing this layout so we can get it set up specifically for you. One of the great options about these slide trays is it's a really good spot to put a refrigerator. This grosses some people out, but you have to put your toilet somewhere. So some people will store it in a toilet, either there or they'll put it right here where the jump seat is. All of that is up to you. Our van builds are very modular. You can move stuff around and you can really fine tune the setup to what works best for you and what's most convenient for you. Here we have the swivel seat, which is another great option for improving the livability of your van. You can have face-to-face conversations with somebody that's maybe in the jump seat. It really just opens up the van and improves the enjoyment of your van setup. Right here we have additional switches for a lot of your electrical components, so accent lighting, dome lighting, cargo lighting, water pump, rear light bar. Those are located here above the slider door, in front above the driver and passenger seat, and like I showed you earlier, in the back. So there are 3 locations for those switches. They're not just in one location. One thing that is also nice is they're also on a timer. So when they light up, they brighten. When you first push them, they have a timer where they'll dim, and then a little bit longer after that, they'll completely shut off. So for those of you that have light sensitivity, they will not remain on at all times. Here we have the S-Bar, which this time of year is one of those things you cannot live without. It's a gas heater. It runs off of your car's fuel tank. It's really efficient. It's really quick. Last week we did a video showing kind of how to thaw out your van. We didn't do any scraping or anything. It was like 10 degrees outside here in Kansas City, and we were able to keep our van nice and warm and toasty even in those conditions. So it's another one of those things that extends the life of your van, the usability of your van throughout all seasons. And then here is your master volt system. Right now, our batteries are actually kind of low because it was just sitting out in the parking lot, not being used. We have a 10% charge. This battery system can be charged using the alternator. So you don't have to actually drive it around. The idle will charge the system, and then shore power. And then also another thing that helps kind of trickle charge your system is the solar we have on top. But this will help give you readings for what your inverter is doing and your battery levels, like your state of charge and everything like that. It's going to give you all of that information. So up in the ceiling here, we have a Dometic DC powered air conditioning. That paired with the lithium battery system that's set up in this van will allow you to run this air conditioning solely off of the battery system. You don't have to be plugged into shore power. You can run it in these nice hot days and keep the van nice and cool in those conditions to help you keep comfortable, especially when you're sleeping. You don't want to wake up all sweaty, and you also don't necessarily want to have to be plugged into shore power to run that. So those two things paired together really help improve the livability of your van throughout all seasons as well. Up in the roof here is actually a great way to utilize this T-track system. You can just put bungee cords up here. So if you want to shove jackets and coats up in this bungee setup, it's a great option for kind of maximizing the storage and utilizing that T-track to its full capabilities. So the last but probably most important feature of any camper van setup is the bed system. As I mentioned before, this is a hydraulic bed. So if you use that crank that I showed you in the back, you're able to raise and lower the bed. You can really fine tune it for what you have stored on the gear slide in the back, or what kind of sleeping room you want here, what kind of headroom you want in your sleeping setup. So this platform is a queen size bed, so it's probably similar, if not exactly, to what you already are sleeping on at home. It's a memory foam mattress. It's very comfortable. So it's a nice spacious platform for you, or you and a spouse or partner, you and a big old dog, 2 little scruffy dogs, whatever your situation is. It's going to be a nice comfortable setup for you. So this van is available. If you're interested in it, you have any questions about the van, please reach out to one of our gurus. There's a link in the description below to our contact form. So if you want to change anything in the van, you have concerns or questions, fill that out, leave something in the comment section of that form, and they can answer any questions that you have. So if you are interested, don't delay. You don't want to miss out on this beautiful van.